Five, four, three, two, one. You now listen to the Homeboy Etiquette podcast. You rocking with your main man at the 5280Q, passing off my partner in crime, the motherfucking arc reactor.
Yo, this is Kemet the Raw representing Homeboy Etiquette here on YouTube, Twitch, and TikTok. Also representing KMT Games and KMT Productions here on YouTube, Twitch, and TikTok. So, once again, I've been on a roll, guys. I've been coming up with more ideas. Just trying to be like my partner over here, Kang the Conqueror, and being an idea person. And today's topic I came up with is programming and social conditioning. The main reason, I'm just going to keep it 1,000 with you guys. The main reason why I chose programming and social conditioning was like I was actually in a place where I was like, reflecting on my previous relationship, and then also.
So you wasn't reminiscing?
No, it wasn't reminiscing. It was. I'm telling you, dude. Like the sore spot is still there. But I was reflecting on it. And in the way that my mind works is that it's like if the person's right in front of me, I'm having a conversation with them, and then I can actually anticipate the way the conversation is going to go, depending on how much I know you. Anticipate the way the conversation is going to go and where it's going to end up. And what winds up happening is like, for example, especially if you consume any red pill content. What you'll notice is that a lot of the time, one of those things is that females will say, oh, well, guys are like this and girls are like this because they were programmed to be that way. And then that branched out into, okay, there were the lawsuits that happened way back when the television was created, because of the hypnotic nature of the alpha waves that they were using on televisions. There is propaganda, there's subliminal messages, there is overt messages, which is hyperliminal. Like all type of stuff like that, where it's like even the concept of the red pill itself, it's where you're having to break the programming of what you've been taught, understanding that many things that you may have believed to be true are actually lies. And so today's topic, I mean, it can go in a lot of different directions, but the motivation was, relationship-wise and male-female interaction. But there has so much implication for so many different aspects of life. It's actually all-encompassing of anything in life. So I figured that it would be a fantastic topic for us to go into specifically. So what are your initial thoughts, Mr. Kang the Conqueror, on the idea that people can be programmed or socially conditioned?
Oh, duh. I mean, that's nature versus nurture shit. That's nature versus nurture. What's nature? What's nurturing? And something like that. It's like the fucking kids that hug each other, and there's just like kids because they're different races and they don't see racism. Like, no, they're fucking kids. This shit. I mean, of course they don't see it. It's like think of that old Dave Chappelle skit with fucking Clayton Bigsby, right? Motherfucker is born.
She's a
and blind as shit like that, and has no idea that he's also fucking black, and it's just like going like, I hate you dark motherfuckers, Denzel Washington, Whoopi Goldberg's lips, I hate all of you. And then it's like, actually,
Whoopi Goldberg's lips in the back of four with his neck.
Rest in peace, Bernie Mac.
Rest in peace.
But it's like that shit, and then when he found out, he's like, yo, Clayton, like the person that's doing his handling and managing him is a white guy, and he's just like putting his hood on, and then the white guy knows he's like black, and this dude is just spitting out all this fucking message, and everybody's like, yeah, Clayton, you tell him, and then he takes it, and then it's like, but then he takes it off, and everybody's all shocked. He goes, what happened?
And everything.
And it's like, and the funny part, the most hilarious part about that skit is, if anything, the white guy that's his handler that just said, I never had the nerve to tell him, like.
Yeah, I didn't have the heart to tell him.
And it's like, I think that's what it is, like with programming, social programming. So we say social programming, like there's people behind the computer, like master controllers and shit like that.
There's a debate that there is with text, social media, because of the algorithms. that are being used. Like the fact that YouTube actually had to put millions of dollars into giving more attention to Black people on YouTube because their algorithms will literally shadow ban you just because you're Black. But like, no, it's because of how, like, it's the face detection thing that they use, and then they also categorize. If you're considered a Black person on YouTube, they will automatically categorize you as a Black person and then only put you into other Black people's content, which is a very tiny percentage of YouTube's exposure, to the point of where other Black YouTubers have had to come forward and actually call YouTube and say, do not associate me with Black content. My content is for everybody because it automatically does it, bro. So it's like there is something behind it. Yeah. You know what I mean? Go ahead. Go.
I mean, but that's an algorithm. They made the algorithm, blah, 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 to get views, whatever. The fucking machine learning figured out what gets more views. And it just basically, once it got all that data, it just optimized whatever the fuck content like that. Get into goddamn computer programming. STEM. Backing on programming here. It's like, fuck. Okay. Oh, yeah. I was Clayton Bigsby and shit.
Yeah.
But it's like ideas like fucking Karl fucking Marx's ideas is still going around. Marxism. It's like, all right, no offense. I mean, I get what he meant. I get some of what he meant. You know, you take some of the ideas that are actually functional, and then you get rid of the rest. It's like you take some of fucking what's his name, Sigmund Freud's idea, and then you get rid of the rest that doesn't work, that doesn't line up. It's like everything. That's really how it all goes. You don't take one person's idea and roll with it to the end of the goddamn road. And even when there's alternative information right there in front of you called fucking reality, if you get off your goddamn computers and you go the fuck outside, it's like, I remember just sitting there at my sister's house and then arguing with this motherfucker, talking about the country divided and dividing the country. And I go outside, I see Mrs. Martinez, Mr. Gomez, look at this guy down the street, the white guy with his goddamn peacock farm. And I'm like, hey neighbors, hi, hola, hey, que paso, bonjour. And it's like,
bonjour.
I'm like, I was like, dividing who, motherfucker? You go outside to the bitch on the internet, probably. That's the internet. The internet is this wonderful place of information. If you know what you're looking for, how to get what you get and get out.
It also depends on the state though too, because some states are deeply segregated. You know what I mean? Like,
I mean, that's natural.
Boston, Massachusetts is notorious for that. You know what I mean? Like
what we gonna do? Have Kylie Jenner come over there with a fucking Coca-Cola? Hey, Irish mob guys, come over here to the whatever the side the fuck she's on, the hot girl side. Of course they're gonna go over there.
What?
Hot girls over there? Hell yeah, we're going over there. Oh, Kendall Jenner. Sorry, Kendall. I didn't mean to get you mixed up with Kylie because Kendall is just.
Well, fair enough. I mean, I don't support them in any way, shape, or form, but
it looks all right.
People. Looks all right to look at. All right to look at.
Honestly, if you look at the viewership of that, it's like it's not guys that are looking at it. It's all women are looking at it. It's like the consumer market is like mostly women spending every damn dollar. All the debt market is mostly women spending all that shit. And it's like the social programming is programming them, spend money, pay attention to this goddamn shit over here. And it's like guys too, like some guys was like, well, the pussy's over there, so I'm gonna go do what the girls do. And then other guys over here, just like the rest of us is like, yeah, nigga, I'm gonna play Lego Star Wars. Fuck that, I'm out.
You must really like Lego. That's like the third time you mentioned it.
Oh, that's like the linchpin of a lot of jokes of mine when I'm just like, that's a stupid thing. I'm gonna do something over here, like play Lego Star Wars or build a campsite for no fucking reason.
Okay, so on another note, you mentioned Sigmund Freud. And then I have a question.
Oh, Sigmund, everybody wants to fuck their mother.
I don't know about fuck, but like
that's what he's basically saying.
Yeah, he did.
Oedipus complex.
He did have like a lot of basis in that because like people
every
even
daughter
say
wants
that.
to jerk her daddy's. Okay. Now we're getting on into
it. It looks like we got the homies in there. But before I bring him in real quick, let me introduce this question. I can't remember his name, but it's the nephew of Sigmund Freud.
Nephew? Me? Okay, no, Bob.
The nephew of Sigmund Freud, who's the father of propaganda. And he's actually responsible for the way that advertising works.
Modern propaganda, you mean? Because propaganda's been around a long time.
Well, he's the father of propaganda in terms of using the media.
Mm-hmm.
And like so, This guy is responsible. So, for example, like the reason why commercials are played so many times, the reason why eggs and bacon are considered the American breakfast, even though like they had sold it to people as though this is what you're supposed to be eating, and then everybody believed it.
Eggs and bacon is good.
He was also a Nazi. And
like Nazi or Nazi sympathizer.
Nazi.
Because I think in order to be a Nazi, you got to be
We're talking Sieg Heil Nazi, bro.
Sigmund Freud. Well, he was American, right?
No, he's German.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that. Who gives
Freud. That's a German name.
We got a bunch of Freuds over here.
Oh, and they're German.
Not anymore. They're American.
Oh my gosh. Okay. All right. Let me.
Okay. You call him Nazi. I thought about to be like
he was a literal Nazi.
Some guy like I'm Kansas. I'm a Nazi. No, you're not. You dumbass. They consider you a fucking an inferior race. Like we are German. You old Kentucky Derby motherfucking Keaton fried chicken Colonel.
Bro,
what? Like a joke's in there somewhere.
What is this even saying?
Like, neo-Nazis like in America and shit. I'm like, that's the dumbest shit ever.
I'm talking about the same shit. Like
it's like wearing a left shoe on your right foot.
Went to Argentina, and then there's Operation Paperclip, like where they brought in thousands of Nazi scientists from Nazi Germany over here, gave them jobs.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
We took all that research from them. We hella did.
We didn't take the.
We bargained it. It's like Japanese and that fucking secret black op units that was fucking experimenting on this Chinese village experiment. That's why I'm like, when kind of like if China just comes over there and they got a beef for Japan, I'm like, yeah, Japan, you owe China that fade. You owe them that fade.
Yeah. Oh, okay. So we now have our guest here, and I dead ass thought Terrell was asleep.
Is that a bonnet?
Oh, no, all right, gentlemen.
Bonnet, nigga.
Go ahead
and Bucko
for the chat.
Well, anyways, Hooligan the Builder, OJ the Gloves, Cypher 360. You feel me? Keep it spinning.
Yeah.
Peace. You know what I mean? Atlas Nova, Cypher 360 in the house. We here to build.
Bet. All right, so today's topic is programming and social conditioning. So we've just been going over a few examples on sources of how people get programmed by the media. The ideas of social conditioning, such as like male to female interaction. Sorry, the echo's fucking me up. Male to female interactions and how, like, you know, like a lot of people will say, oh, well, guys are like this and girls are like this because they were taught to be that way. I got a question. Guys get into construction because they were told that they're supposed to be construction workers, and girls only wear dresses because they were told to be girls. And and then any other examples that like the red pill in general.
I have another question.
Breaking from the matrix. Go ahead.
Why we paying attention to idiots?
Nigga, because the majority of people on the planet are idiots.
I think people
statistically
are like really normal, and then they're just like the idiots, and then everybody just zooms in on the idiots, and then we just take that and then we multiply it as if it's a bunch of motherfuckers, but really it's kind of like a small group of idiots. And then we're just sitting there just like, the shit is polarizing.
Have you ever taken an IQ test?
No, because I swear my ego is gonna go through the roof.
Well, because here's the thing. Oh God, and I've never said this in public, but okay. So I think we all know that dead center intelligence, average intelligence on the IQ scale is 100.
Oh yeah, because they average it out.
100 even, and I'm at 167. So
somebody's gonna say we need to bring the facts.
So technically, I'm 2 points above Einstein. He was 165.
Nigga, what the fuck? Come over here to aerospace.
I know I can do it.
Come build rockets.
But I don't want to do what you're doing. I use my powers for evil.
I mean, you gotta understand too. Einstein was literally running from Hitler too.
Well, yeah, he was running from Hitler, and he was actually he was inept when it came to English and reading. You know what I mean? So he actually had a trade-off. You know what I mean? So, 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 you know what I me But the point of that is that like you were talking about the layer of intelligence of people. When you're talking about an average, that means that at least 40 to 50% of all people fall in that IQ 100 range. Now you have extreme cases on the lower end that are under 100, and then you have extreme cases on the higher end. But the majority you could probably put into the 80 to 120 range. You know what I mean in terms of intelligence. And so now you take 80% of people that are 120 IQ or lower, and then you also combine social media and the fact that dumb people are really loud and get a lot of attention, and then by virtue of what social media and television are, right? So like there's a lot of factors such as alpha waves that come from like TV screens, computer screens, and phones. You know what I mean? It puts you into an alpha wave state of mental processing. God, the echo's fucking me up. It puts you into an alpha wave state of mental processing, meaning that you are more in a suggestible state. So
You're always in a suggestible state. You
not
fucking
always. No, you're not. Because if you're like theta is super learning, so you're extra suggestible in theta. Alpha wave is you're basically in trance state, and then delta waves is sleep. Gamma waves are when you go into a state of being more connectable to human beings. There's like 6 different ones. You know what I mean? And but you're not always ultra suggestible. You know what I mean? Especially if you're aware of the fact that people are trying to suggest to you. But only 20% of people, which you probably fall into, and how Hooligan and Terrell, Atlas, they probably fall into that too. They're not just going to be sitting there just like, yes, I agree. Yes.
Yes, I agree, Master.
I don't think that's happening with some smart ass motherfuckers. It's the dumb people who are suggestible, who have all the weight pushing things forward. You know what I'm saying? That's how voting works. Dude,
I would say just
a bunch of dumb
suggestible
niggas
people
who think that Biden says you're not black if you don't vote for him. And now this nigga's in office. This dementia, retarded ass, warmongering, racist, pedophile piece of shit is in office right now because of dumb people. Are you serious? They do have influence.
Yeah. I mean, but that's politics. Don't pay attention to politics.
Oh,
what the fuck does politics never did that?
Oh, come on, man.
You can't do that. Well, I'm doing it. What are you gonna do about it? What are you sending?
And then I wish I had police sirens. That's my next sound.
Yeah, what am I gonna do about it? About police?
Like I was like, look, I'm not worried about a goddamn politician. Not the brightest people don't become politicians.
No, they get.
I don't think so either.
By the police because of politicians.
What? Wait, did you say private police or?
No, I said they get beat by the police because of politicians.
Yeah. See, smart people are either forced into extremely cheap jobs because the government won't give them funding and they're under control of politicians. Or if you're a renegade or a rogue, a lot of people, shout out to Stan Meyer, rest in peace, in 1999, who came up with the first public version of the water car. That motherfucker got poisoned by the CIA, and all of his research was confiscated. No, real shit. He had the leader or the general of the CIA came to his house.
Pause. There's no general of the CIA. There's a director.
Not general. So I don't know his title.
The head of the CIA director.
Yes, the CIA director came to his house with other CIA officials there. They investigated his water car. They literally gave him a $50 million grant so that he could have a facility to be able to create his water car. Mm-hmm. And then at dinner one day,
did he create it?
No, he had already made one for himself. He already had what was called a water fuel cell. If any of you guys are curious,
no. This is actually true.
1990.
How does water function?
It's because the water fuel cell converts any type of water into hydrogen. and then the hydrogen is what causes the propulsion, because like hydrogen is, it can be used as propulsion because like hydrogen is not only flammable, it's combustible, it's, you know what I mean? And what was crazy about it is that he says it can be fresh water, it can be salt water, it can be rainwater, it can be snow, like it could be anything, like any type of water, and there is no adverse effects to the fuel cell. Only takes $1,500 to make the fuel cell. And on 20 gallons of water, you can travel from New York to California. Like, and so he got a $50 million grant because they came and investigated the water car.
Hey, Turtle, you about to get yourself poisoned if you keep speaking.
A couple months after this, he was sitting at dinner at a restaurant in the middle of the day. He takes a bite of food, screams, "I've been poisoned," where he ran out into the parking lot and died.
What's my hated his guts? Outside of the FBI.
Hey, Turtle.
Okay. Put on top of the fact that the CIA then went to his house, confiscated all of his research, took the water car, and then after the $50 million grant was already given, they then said it was a hoax.
Hey, Turtle. Hey, nigga, can you hear me? You about to get shot speaking all these facts, nigga.
They haven't shot me yet.
Nah, but hey, Marquis said it is for real. This was a real thing.
Stan Meyer, dude.
You know?
I'm not surprised if they just like, oh, you have something, we're interested, shut the hell up. Well,
yeah, so Turtle, you might want to not get shot.
You got a $50 million grant.
Yeah, they'll probably build another.
Yeah, and there's a second guy. I'll have to get the name of the second guy, but his not only did his shit get confiscated. You all right?
Oh shit!
Shit went down the wrong pipe.
Oh shit!
Oh fuck!
That's crazy.
I was like, God damn, nigga.
Okay. They're beaming rays into the fucking studio trying to kill Marquis for asking questions.
Yeah. What I just tell you, nigga? What I just tell you?
But there's another guy where the same thing happened. But not only did he die of mysterious circumstances, but his entire family disappeared. Like it's almost like the CIA has an entire department on water cars or something. Like it's weird. Like anytime a water car comes forward, these niggas get knocked off.
Hey, hold up.
I just want to say one thing about the CIA.
Yeah.
I mean, it means counterintelligence. I mean, can you trust anything that says
It does not mean counterintelligence. It's Central Intelligence Agency.
I mean, okay, to see that's true, but there's a
counterintelligence called
program,
COINTEL.
Right? Now,
I mean, I got you.
I mean,
I don't think
even when we're dealing with Central Intelligence.
I'm sorry. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I was gonna say, but even when we're dealing with Central Intelligence, like. What is that? The Central Intelligence, was that Central Intelligence of what? Of like what, the country?
It's supposed to be of the United States, like an intelligence agency that's specific to gathering not only information on the United States and how it's operating, but then also other countries and other governments to be able to form a better understanding for like government intervention. As well as
the origins of it. Is the FBI and the CIA, how they connected? What's the difference between them?
They're just under the same government. They have different functioning. Sometimes those functions cross together, and then they're throwing fucking hands. I'm like, this is my crime scene. No, this is my crime scene. This is my crime scene. This is my jurisdiction. You need to go fuck out of here. You can go fuck yourself, you CIA prick. You can go like bagels, you FBI. And then the sheriff was like,
really, FBI? You mean the faggot bureau agency? Yeah, you go ahead and suck my dick.
Like, you mean a cunt and a surface? I'm like, whatever the fuck. I'm like, yeah, they cross paths, and then they kind of got beef. They share some shit, but then they beef with each other.
Who's the J. Edgar Hoover guy associated with? Is he the FBI or the
FBI?
CIA?
Oh yeah, J. Edgar Hoover is a.
We're just looking at you like
FBI. Shit.
Oh, he's FBI. Okay. Yeah, man. Federal Bureau.
Yeah, Federal Bureau of Investigation. But
Which
since
mean-
we're on the CIA,
They investigate federal shit.
what do you think about, since we're on the CIA anyway, what do you think about the idea that they literally spent so much time and resources and money into the idea of Al-Qaeda, which came out to be a CIA-formed organization, and then using them as our reason for going to the Middle East, even though our reasons really out there were for oil and not poppy seeds,
Heroin.
heroin. But,
Okay,
but
that's what poppy seeds.
Heron.
like, but
turn
what's
into
the
heroin.
what's the plant called? Like, not the pop. Yeah, no, it's poppy fields. Yeah. What do you think about that?
Shit,
What,
sound like
that they formed
like
like,
America.
like
Yeah, I was like, niggas be getting
or,
fucked
like,
up every day, B.
possible.
They be aight.
But
Yeah.
no. It was more the propaganda that they gave to the American people, basically saying, like, and they had said countless times, this is a Middle Eastern terrorist group, and they're here to destroy the United States and our freedoms because they hate us because of Islam. When it turns out, then the CIA was actually the ones that created Al Qaeda. Al Qaeda was a CIA built thing.
Mhm.
And then we use that to basically terrorize another country and take the
Right.
resources. What
Go.
are your opinions? Or
I'll
wait,
know-
or do you want them to start?
All right, I'll go.
Yeah.
I don't know the origins of it. I haven't really delved into it like that, but here's how it probably goes. Maybe it was they went there, started some shit, rounded up some people, taught them some shit, and then they had a plan. But then in these organizations, like any corporation or any organization, it starts off this way. These 4 people in this organization had this
Osama bin
plan,
Laden was part of it.
enacted it, right? And then all of a sudden, some time goes on, and people think it goes from like point here, and it was a straight line. What it ends up being is it starts here, things get changed around whether over here with the guys they influence or the guys over here directing everything, and then plans get changed because CEOs, board of
Relationships
directors,
change.
and people change and just goes, you know what? You start a company. You already had a plan of the company right here. We're going this way, and we're going to end up right there. And then all of a sudden, you get a little bit too old, and you get replaced by, say, your son. But your son goes,
My son's a radical.
fuck that. We're going that way. And then he gets booted out. Your grandson takes up and he goes, fuck dad. We're going this way. And then eventually, somehow, it just ended up rounded back there to that point where you wanted to go. But at the same time, as you was moving in directions with your company, that point, which is another organization or group of people, was moving also too.
You know what? I've heard that explanation before, and I think there's a lot of truth to that. Like, for
However, at the end of the day,
friends with the Bush family for like ever, and then it switched. But okay, what about you guys? Shout out to Hooligan and Atlas Cypher 360. What do you guys think about the idea of programming and social conditioning? Like how has it affected you? What are your initial thoughts?
well, just speaking on what Marquise was saying, like, yeah, that's true. But however, at the end of the day, it's still from point A to point B. No matter what happens between those points, it's still from point A to point B.
Yeah, like it seems that that they get there no matter what, huh?
Wait, hold on. Y'all ever play those like games like Metal Gear, Ghost Recon, or any game with a map?
Splinter Cell, yeah.
No, just any game with a map, right? So
Yeah.
you hit pause,
Most
you go to the map menu, and you go. You can set multiple waypoints. Like you go X here, point A, X here, point B. You get to point A, and you're about to go to point B, but you decide to go back in the menu. You want to go somewhere else, and you erase all waypoints. And now you want to go somewhere else, and then end up in the second place. So you open the menu again, and then you go click here. Now that's point A, and then you click here, and that's point B.
Well, yeah, but that's not the objective.
Be right here.
Continue of
The
changing.
objective is you start here, and it says you end here. You can do whatever you want in between, but
So
at the end of
people
the
come in
day,
and reset the
you have
map.
to start here.
And they
and
issue a
then-
new point A to new point B. But it's different than the past point A and point B. I mean, if your game kept track of, you'd be like, how many weight points have I had? When if I set them? I set point A to point B at this time, and then I set point A to point B to point C over here at this time. But it's like you erase it, and then when you hit it, it's like you hit point A, you erase it, you select over here instead. It doesn't say point B, it says point A.
Right.
Yeah, but that feels like you're doing a lot of legwork.
Yeah, I mean, but okay, so like I see what you're saying because like relationships change over time. We actually had Middle Eastern Black Ops basically helping with Russia, and like that's where the Bin Ladens came in. But they were also in cahoots with like the Bushes, who were oil tycoons. And
It sounds like
together, but like
it sounds like like everything cohesive
changed.
and everything like that. Everybody's hand in hand, following the line and lock and step.
No, like they were working with each other for certain goals at first, but something behind the scenes changed, and then they became our enemies. You know,
We're always gonna have conflicting ideas because they ran this shit a certain way, we ran our shit a certain way, and then we kind of looked over them and like, we want you to run it kind of this way over here, and they looked at us like, nah, we want you to kind of run it this way over here, and then we looked at them and said, our guns are bigger, bitch, and they's like, okay, we'll go this way for now until you turn your head.
yeah, until they crashed a couple of planes into our buildings.
Right.
Right.
Y'all, it's cold as fuck, man. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm cold as fuck. I was like, I'm cold as shit. I'm trying to smoke this blunt. It was cold as fuck.
this nigga said. Yo, like I'm gonna have to go run to the bathroom here real quick. But I still want to see your guys' idea on how. Okay, here's a better question. How has
I'm about to butt.
Okay.
Do you want to take? I'll go after this question and
All
then
right.
have them answer and all that, and then you can. Okay, but yeah. How has programming or social conditioning affected you guys personally?
Man,
Can I reword that question?
yeah, you said.
Do you believe you have been socially programmed?
Oh shit!
Man, I want to say like, so just in general, man, this society, bro. Like, I know we talk about it a lot, like how guys like deal with women and stuff like that. Like, it's just a program mechanism right there. How you look at it, like for what I mean, like just down to the smallest little mechanisms, man. Like, I used to think, certain things about women or whatever, and then you come into an awareness and you realize, well, was I like? But then you start thinking, was I like taught like that, or is it more of a programming? Because like the people that are teaching you, like they were taught that way too. And if it's like a chain of people just being taught the same.
Yo. Your guys' sound cut out. Okay. All right. Well, hold on. If you want to take the reins real quick.
All right. Well, while he's about to,
I'm about to bust.
all right, we got to wait for
I'm about
Atlas
to bust.
and Hooligano to kick back into the building. So right now, you're just rocking with me. So let's talk about social programming over there. It's like if everything is, of course, you get socially programmed. If you're ever in a group or a culture, oh fuck, I was about to touch the screen. I'm used to touch screens too much. Ugh. Butt cheeks. Like, nah, I'll tell you this joke later. Like, I can also flex my chest muscles. All right, y'all there. Oh, well, fuck it. Just interrupting me once you get in here. It's like socially programming. When it comes down to dating, it's like we just learn by watching, learn from our parents in relationships and our elders or aunts, cousins in relationships. Like if you're a young man, your cousin, you about to hit puberty, and then your big cousin come over there and be like, hey, what's up, little cuz? You ain't got no girls yet, man. How many girlfriends you got, girl, man? You ain't got one? Ah, man, you lame, man, that's weak sauce over there. You can't be my cousin over here having no girls, man. Oh, no, man, yo, we about to fix that today. I'm going over here to ride with to holler at the shorty. She got a little sister over there. So won't you just come with me right there, Mac, on the little sister, because we're going to get you a girl. That's a way of social programming. So just hanging out with older cousins and shit, like elders. And then there's like, yo, you got to follow my steps and do better like that. Like, wait, did you hear that analogy from there?
I literally just got like the last like couple sentences.
All
Like,
right, so-
what was the main point you were trying to get?
The main point of it is like, so as a young cousin, and then like hung around older cousins, like my male cousins be like, yeah, or I seen this happen with other people, like, you ain't got no girls yet, man. What are you, 12, man? Come on, man, you ain't got no girls. No, we about to fix that. I'm going over to this shorty's house right now, and she got a little sis about your age, so you know I'm getting it in with the big sis. You get the little sis right there, you know, cuz you can't be embarrassing me like that. You got to get you some hoes.
I've never been in that situation.
Oh,
Yeah, no,
I'm
like
sorry.
because okay, so like I have an older sister, but she was from a different marriage. From my mom, I was the older brother, and you know, I was just chilling with homies. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, hold up.
Just tell them we have a more secure connection.
Hey, we got a more secure connection.
Hey, we're not gonna cut out no more. We got a more secure connection, man. We just having some little issues. We're good to go for the rest of the show, though.
what
Yeah,
you gonna
no
do?
worries,
Rob
no
your
worries.
neighbors for this password? Like, give me the Wi-Fi password.
Hey, would you be opposed to it?
Allegedly.
Hey,
I
allegedly.
mean, I'm not voting for
Yeah,
the
give it
crime.
out on air. Yeah, no, like when it came to that type of stuff, I didn't invite my little brother to those type of situations because like we had very different lives. But what I did do was I took all of the experiences I was having and then I just gave it as advice to my brother. I'm just like, okay, this is what you need to look for. This is how you need to act in certain thing, blah, 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 blah. So I was the dude, but I never had someone come up to me as an older influence and be like, yo, we gotta get you some pussy, bro. Yeah. No, I never had that.
Let me word it to Hooligan and Atlas so we can get them in there. Because,
Yeah.
all right. So you ever had that experience where you had a older cousin, older brother, or a big homie come up to you and be like, you ain't getting no girls? Yo, dog, you got to get some girls, man. What's wrong with you? You ain't got no game?
Nigga, I was sitting there drowning.
I think you could tell by our smiles that both of us have had this experience, but yeah, it was my big Uncle Jason, man. You know, he was just all like, man, you ain't out here getting these girls. Like, I mean, he put me on game. You feel me? Like,
one time for Uncle Jay.
Yeah, one time for the one time.
Yeah, man. My homie Isaac, man, my homie Afri, back in the day when we was young, we was like the only two black kids living by Cherry Creek High School at this time, man. We was like 2003, and you know, when I moved over there and shit, you feel me? He was, you know, he a tall motherfucker. He was already trying to fuck with the high school bitches at this time. He was trying to, and man, he was like, "Hey, man, you ever had sex practice?" I swear to God, the nigga told me. He said, "You ever had sex practice?" He said, "Man, we got to find a bitch to get you some practice sex." I was like, "Damn, for real." So now we over here hunting high school bitches and shit. You know, we like in elementary, man. You feel me? And but they're like, "Yeah, that was high school bitches. That's great, huh?" Yeah, and fucking, you know, that shit just, you know, it helped. Obviously, you know, we weren't successful, but you know, it helped because, like, you know, I started looking for bitches like earlier than most people. I feel like.
But before that experience, you didn't ever just have a need or a want to go for that direction. You were just doing your own thing. And once that person came along and was like, you ain't got no
honestly,
you know, of course.
Honestly, now I think about it, yeah.
Yeah, innately, like
I wasn't really interested in girls like that back. You know, this was like 5th, 6th grade. You feel me? I was playing Yu-Gi-Oh cards and shit.
Maybe.
I mean, I always had an affinity for the females. You feel me? But like, it took someone to put me on that guidance or put me on the rails to that route. You feel me?
Or to put that idea to want it.
Yeah, and I'm just like, well,
then
you know what?
You want that shit.
Now that you suggested it, on the second thought, it's like when someone's all like, "Man, would you like a slice of pizza?"
Yeah,
and you didn't think you were hungry, but then like on second thought, you're just like, as a matter of fact, I kind of do. Yeah, let me grab that slice of pizza. You feel me?
Oh yeah, it's my van.
Hey, Marquis, hey, Q, man. What's that lyric? You might know it, man. Drake said some shit. Your girl was nicer in the morning like a slice of pizza. Then I had to hit her with the nice to meet you or something like that. You know, what was that? Thing is a tweet or some shit like that. Real shit, you know, not to be misogynistic, but yeah, you know, it's like that. You know, your homies kind of put you on, you know, like they get you pussy and shit. Like back in the day, my homie would be like, "Hey, I know these bitches, you know, you can smash, you know. You trade bitches and shit. Like, man, I know a bitch, man. You feel me? I hit this bitch, man. You feel me? She with this shit, man. You know what I mean? Hell yeah.
All right, Turtle, about to go. He has something to say.
Okay, so are you gonna run to the?
Oh no, because you look like you had something to say.
No. I was just gonna say, like, I guess like I had a different experience than all three of y'all because like I never had any big homies tell me about girls. I never even had my father tell me about girls. Like, I just remember some of my earliest memories were for some reason that I wanted females like around me and that I needed to do whatever I had to do to make sure that females were around me to like touch them and whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm talking. No, I'm.
So Turtle, you gonna tell me right now that I've never been like, nigga, you need to get this pussy, nigga?
No. I'm talking about at the inception. One of my earliest memories. I'm telling you, bro. Like I had just turned 5, and I was just kissing girls. Any girl that I could find, I was just kissing them, like making out with them. Like that's one of my earliest memories, bro. And then like I saw.
All right, let's rewind that back. All right. Did you mean you was just 5 hanging around and then girls were around and we just like you just goes like
it was like
it was come here, bitch.
It was literally on some animal.
I know they wasn't thinking the same thing.
I have no idea where the idea came from. Like I don't know how it started, but I'm telling you, like literally, like we just be chilling and then she'd lay down and I'd get on top of her. Like,
okay, kids like, doing
and then I start
experimental shit. All right,
at 5.
Hold on. I know we think it's a freak out thing. All right. Did anybody ever had this experience? So here's how I really started. What long as I can remember, it'd be group of boys, me hanging out with friends, and we're throwing rocks at each other.
What?
Hold on. Let me finish. You're hanging out with your boys and you're doing a group activity with your boys, which is whatever young boys do. For me, this particular time, or usually the other time, was throwing rocks, wrestling, football, and then we just doing our thing, just throwing rocks at each other, right? And all of a sudden, a group of girls would just come over. The girls, like we had our crew, and the girls had their little things over there. We're throwing rocks, they're just talking, and then they walk over there and be like, "Hey guys, you want to go behind the trees?" It's like, what the fuck we going behind the trees for? No, we're gonna go behind the trees. We're gonna play a game. Like this happened a couple of times as a kid, just hanging out with a group of guys. But this instance, we're throwing rocks at each other just because we're just throwing rocks at each other. And then we go behind the trees. So we're gonna play a game called the kissing game. You go like this, and I do like this. Come on, play it. And mwah! Wasn't that fun?
You had a really standard American.
Okay, look,
bro.
I'm not gonna.
No, dude, like it was weird shit for me, man.
I'm not gonna front like didn't it happen?
Yeah. What about y'all?
I'm not gonna front like it didn't happen. I mean, like,
what?
You asking for your opinion on that?
Oh, like
I'm all rocks and throwing and
just throwing rocks at each other's heads.
And the girls are like,
I think what I'll say is that when we're kids, like, because like I always had that affinity for girls, like super crazy too. Like, man, I used to try to hunt my sister's my size Barbie doll, bro. All that shit. Like, it's a story we joke about to this day, you know what I'm saying? And like when I seen, you know what I'm saying, that was like the first, like, you know, she's
no, I totally got you, bro. And like, oh my god. And I think I said this on stream before, but if I haven't, I apologize for anybody who hasn't heard this. Okay, so like, yo, I must have been about 8 years old. And then, you know, I find one of my cousins like porn stashes, you know what I'm saying? And like, my brain reconfigured at that.
You need to get a hallelujah sound effect.
Oh, I got that one. And my brain reconfigured at that moment. Like, I can remember how my body felt. Like my brain and my body almost felt like it went to 1,000 degrees. And like I was so confused and I didn't know what I was looking at first. But then suddenly my already having affinity then multiplied by like 50 times. And then I was just like, I have to get a female around me. I need to see this.
You lying sack of shits. Said this wouldn't happen.
Oh, well. But
there
okay,
you go.
so I think that the reasoning why you were trying to make the suggestion, they're not in yet. But I'll put it on screen anyway. But I think the reason why you're trying to make the suggestion on
It's the weather, man. At this point,
don't worry, bro. Like you got your back on. But I think the reason why you were trying to make that suggestion on like you didn't even think about girls and all type of stuff until like you had other people.
I didn't think about pursuing them like actively.
No. I was talking about Marquise.
Hold on.
Oh, my bad.
It's like what Terrell said. Terrell, expand on that one.
Oh, my bad. Basically, just like I said though, you know, I always had that affinity, really like sexually towards girls, but I wasn't aware that like I did it's just like a natural thing. But my homie Isaac like put that awareness in me when he was like, yo, you know what I mean? Like go after these motherfuckers, like yo, like pussy, like go get it, type shit. And, you know what I mean? It's like a different mentality because then it become like some shit where you feel like shit, nigga, I don't know, you know what I'm saying? But it's like you always, just like, you're getting to know yourself, like little girls, like, like Marquise said, they might play a little kissy game and shit, but you know what I mean? Even though girls, they become a little more aware of these things a little sooner though, but
a lot sooner.
A lot sooner.
A lot. Like I'm just sitting there, I'm having a mud fight. We're trying to hoop. We're trying to just play football, and the girls come over. Hi guys, what the fuck do you want, Susan?
Hey, like Susie Q,
like the boy
get
really
the fuck out of here.
Nigga really don't know what's going on. That's facts. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? That's how it was.
Oh, it was like that, bro. I'm like, we're just trying to play this game. What the fuck y'all want?
I was a fucking predator, bro.
God,
You said I was a predator, but what?
No, I'm telling you,
No.
there are very few memories I have in my mind where dead ass. No one had to tell me shit. And no one did anyway. So it's a good thing I had it. You know what I mean? Because it's just like, no, that's my girl now. And then I just immediately just go into trying to make her my girl. You know what I mean? Like, I'm like, you belong to me. You belong to me.
Bitch, we go together.
I remember these thoughts. I was like 9 years old. I'm like, that's my bitch. That's my bitch. That's my bitch.
Mine.
Okay. Now, right. Please tell me at least did you pursue this shit like Butters did in South Park?
No. Like, okay, so like,
or was it just like?
No. Like, I would actually like go. I'm telling you, like, I've been making out with girls since I was like 5.
Okay.
And like, so I would just go and I would just be feeling her up like first grade, second grade, third grade. Like, I would just choose a girl. I'm like, you're mine. And
you might have to burn this episode.
Yeah, I was like, Jesus Christ.
Childhood. We're not talking about pedophilia here.
No, not that. It's like, yeah, we might have to burn this episode because it's like, bitch, come kiss it.
No, that's not what I did. That's not what I did. I came over there, but my mindset was you're mine, and then I would go over there, start talking to her, get cool with her, and then we just wind up doing stuff.
Okay, say that first. Say that. Say that.
Thinking.
What terminology used?
Oh my god.
Predator.
I was a predator because nobody had to tell me anything. To this day, my father, I never got the birds of the bees talk. I never had an older brother or an older cousin talk anything about females. I had to figure the shit out. And thank God that I had the mindset that I did, because there was just a natural mechanism in me to just be like, I want you and I want you on me. And
that's natural. Like, you have older cousins, older cousins, is they come up to you, be like, you ain't got no game. They teach you game. It's like, yo, look, man, this is what you do.
I still don't have shit.
But inherently, what you just described, Turtle, was what a penis does on its own.
Yeah, and I was a walking penis. So
wait,
yeah, expand on it.
Well, like, let me get erect on him.
Hey.
So I mean, basically, like, look, nigga, like, you go through puberty, you see a girl that's really attractive, you get hard. No one told you to get hard. It just kind of did. Correct. No one programmed you to do that. You just find this girl attractive.
Yo, do y'all think the first time you have feelings for girls versus the first time you just had the urge to fuck a girl was different?
Okay, hold on.
Ooh, that's an interesting.
Yeah, spicy.
I'll
spicy.
say,
You want to start?
I'll start.
Go ahead.
Feelings for the girl came before puberty. It was just like sitting there. Oh, she's pretty. I like her. Back to doing math.
I would agree with Marquise. So for
Versus
me,
fucking puberty,
because
which is I like her.
Yeah.
Why do I got a third leg?
Yeah, I was all like, where'd that get?
wow, I've grown an entire limb. But no, on some real shit, yeah. Because like I just told you guys, like I started liking girls like stupid early. So like,
It's natural.
but I didn't know why I liked them. So I think it was actually physical, and I tried to rationalize it as in I think they're cool. You know what I mean? And but when we're talking about like when I was conscious of, okay, is this a girl that I have feelings for? We're talking about I had to have been like 16 when like I actually had the idea of caring about her well-being.
And your dad never gave you
No.
the birds and the beanstalk.
No,
Your dad's a dick.
my dad was doing his own thing. My parents were doing their own fucking thing, and me and my brother just existed. I was the one being the father to my brother. That's what he learned his shit from me.
So,
All right, so
Hey, no cap, no cap. I knew this nigga thing. He's not lying.
yeah, it's
Yeah,
no
no.
cap, bro.
I know what you mean. Like the older brother. So that's you being the older
I became
brother.
that guy. Yeah,
You had to learn, and then you shot back the information to your brother. It's like, okay, cool. It's like, damn, I'm sorry you didn't have any big cousins.
no, I have them, but I've been in Colorado, and my cousins were either in California or Detroit, and we didn't go out and see them ever, and we didn't communicate ever.
West Side?
I'm still West East Side,
Nah.
but like, okay, but yeah, like so, caring about a girl, 16, and then when it became, I'm just gonna fuck this bitch. I was
I'm just gonna let this.
23.
That's just copy.
23 was when I first started having those thoughts of like, I just want to put my dick in her. And that's it.
Then how did you go about it? You negotiated, right? You went in and
No,
just talked.
we talked. We had a great time.
Okay, there you go.
And then what wound up happening is I did fuck her. And then my initial programming on seeing my parents is like, well, you're supposed to get married. Like, so I'm marriage minded or marriage inclined. Any chick that I smashed, I would immediately try to rationalize a way to be like, could this be a relationship? You know what I mean? And like, so that's why I haven't had like a shit ton of like one night stands. They always go longer than one night. It's like 2 weeks, 3 weeks, a month, 2 months, 3 months.
Wait, 2 weeks? I would consider that one night. But anyway, I have a one question.
That's
That was 2 weeks of one night stand, nigga.
A one night stand is a
it's
one
not.
night stand.
a one night
That's
stand.
one night, nigga. Like you said,
Your balls in it. Like,
menorah burn, my nigga. Like,
All right. How did y'all get the birds and bees talk? Hooligan and Atlas.
no, I didn't get the talk, nigga.
shout out.
out here, my nigga. You know me, bro.
Just figure it out.
He said, "Figure it out." I said,
Girl
"Go
from
no
walking
problem."
down the street and she threw him in the car and then
Yeah, nigga, that's basically what.
I mean, honestly, literally,
I'm not going to tell the story.
pretty much. Yeah, like,
I'm not gonna
in a cap, like pretty much. Yeah, you just called it. Like,
Shit, man. I hate to say it, man. I was really sitting here thinking to myself, and I'm dead serious. Like, yo, I think I might have got the feelings for the girl first, but I really sat there and thought, you know what? Yo, I didn't get feelings for girls first. Yo, at first, bro, when I'm not even piping it up right now, but yo, when I was like 13, 14, bro, I was like pimping like 3 or 4 girls.
that's what I'm saying.
Oh
That's
shit!
what around the same age.
I mean, like literally pimping. Like we might have to burn this, but not like for real. Like, cause like, and I think about it came from the view I had of women back then. Like, I was like 14, 15, bro. Like, y'all remember Jaheim, you know what I'm saying? Man, I used to, man, I used to have, man.
How did you come across that view?
I didn't. It wasn't until I was like 19 and got my first serious girlfriend I started caring about that. She was like, "Well, being
was raised by girls."
like that. I didn't. And I think that's when I went crazy with that shit. Like, oh shit, feelings. Because before that shit, I used to, man. Oh, I used to be ruthless. I can't even talk. I've
noticed this. Guys who have been raised around predominantly females actually have an easier proclivity to getting females. There's a level of comfortability and a level of knowledge of understanding of how they operate where it creates this almost like an aura that comes off of you where it's just like because think about how many guys are so just like nervous, jittery. Their brain turns off when it comes to females.
I fucking love that. I miss that
you
feeling
were
as a
raised
kid.
around predominantly female.
Wait, Paul. No, I had a healthy balance of males or females. A lot. I mean, you have female cousins. I have male cousins.
No. Siblings.
I'm the eldest boy.
How many guys? How many girls?
See, biologically, what?
No, what you were raised in. I know you were like you said you were adopted and all that stuff. Like right, what was your predominant circle? Like mother, father, sisters, brothers.
Most my elementary time was like with my father and that side of the family. Middle school to high school was my mother.
And how many siblings? And what were they?
What? Growing up with me, I just had my younger brother Short. And then my adopted brother George, and then the girls was doing their thing because they was out of high school when we were in middle school.
But they weren't around the house.
No. Okay. But I mean, I had a good, healthy balance with male role models, female role models, even though the dominant of them all was a terror known as my mother. But
well, I mean, that teaches you a hard lesson too. You know what I mean? Like a lot of the reason why a lot of guys put females on pedestals and
that's what I was about to say.
Guys mysticalize females is because when you don't have a realistic representation of how they really think and operate right in front of you, it can present false ideas to you about when you try to approach them. See, I was raised in a house full of guys. It was me, my dad, my brother, and my mom was there. My little sister, she died as an infant. And then my older sister never lived with me. So we were in a house full of niggas, basically. And my mom was basically just like doing whatever my dad said for the most part. But, Detroit chick, she was doing. So, yeah. So, like, I never, and even with her, it was like, I didn't get like a real representation because it was like.
You never watched those coming of age black movies that we grew up with in the 90s and the 2000s?
None of them.
God damn.
No, we had this conversation before. I've never grown up
with
watching.
The Wood?
No, never seen that.
Brothers?
No.
You never seen the what?
Love and Basketball?
No.
Bro, what the fuck?
No.
What?
That's your homework. You got to go watch those movies.
Nigga, I'm a grown ass man. It's irrelevant now.
Oh, still good.
That's what I'm telling you. That I had to figure out everything on my own, bro. Everything.
You've never seen.
It's not like it's a teaching book, but it's a
reference point, and I didn't even have reference.
You got it now. You get to go watch the.
Nigga,
brothers.
I'm grown. I better. The fuck.
No, you got to go watch the movie Brothers. At least start off with Brothers first, and then go back to The Wood. Yeah, that's a good movie. It's a good male bonding. It's a good male bonding movie. But start off
Menace to Society.
Start off with Brothers. Like Brothers, what was it? Tay Diggs, Orange Chestnut, that Terrence Howard, and that one motherfucker.
Yeah, but like that's a good point to bring it back to programming. Is that like think like I've been like an alien in almost every social situation I've been in when it comes to trying to establish my friendship with new groups of people, and it's because of shit like this. I'm not tied into popular culture. I don't have older influences who have ever affected my thinking. I don't do what other people do.
Nobody
I
does
don't-
what
I-
other people do generally.
That is bullshit.
Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah,
The world would not function if people didn't acquiesce to certain trains of thought and action. That's impossible. You never have an economy. You never have a music industry. You never, like, no, dude. Like, most people follow. I just never had anything. I'm just swinging in random fucking direction, trying to
I'll say
figure out
one thing. I'll say one thing to that. Everything is in degrees. So while all of us follow and lead, it's really the terms of degree, you know. So it's like you have a large population of the people, and to a high degree, these people are sheep followers, and you have a smaller population of people, you know. But even there's even people who, you know, once again, you have people who are quote unquote bosses giving all the orders out, but to a certain degree, they follow too. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's like it's degrees to everything.
Yeah, you're right.
And Turtle, like, I mean, nigga, you always give me shit because I basically float through the mist. I'm just a random ass nigga.
Because it's funny. You know, like,
I'm an anomaly. I'm just a ditto ass nigga, man.
but like you forget what you ate this morning type shit. Like
Yeah, but I mean, it's not on purpose.
Yeah, it's when you observe it. It's when you observe those at high degrees, very high degrees. It's when you call it an anomaly, you know, of something, or you know, or even a very very low degree of something.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, but which would have to be astronomically low.
you said astronomically low.
You know what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying? But like a side duck or some shit. But, you know,
Like
you
a
know
side
what I
duck.
mean? You know what I mean?
You said a side duck ass nigga.
I mean, you know what I'm saying?
My head just hurting, bro.
My head is hurting.
Not man, because you gotta think, you know, it take like I always think with a side duck, he's one of the dopest Pokemon because they've actually showed how you could use the confusion technique on them and it don't work because it actually takes
They already
some sort of intelligence to trick somebody. You know what I mean? And this is why people could be tricked because their actual intelligence, but it takes, you know, some, you know, I got tricked out of $300 one night. I was, you know, sober and everything, watching these dudes play a card trick outside of a bar. And I, you know, I'm real logical. I know I could, you know, I'm watching these people lose their money. I got paid that night. I'm thinking, nah, I could win all this money. I know I could, like, you know, after watching, man, they scammed me. And I'm thinking to myself, how did I get fall for that? And I'm thinking, man, because I was too, they're counting on my ass overthinking it, you know what I'm saying? But you get a side duck now, he ain't got no thoughts in his head, you know? Can't, you know what I mean? You can't do nothing with it.
Play the game.
You know what I'm
Like,
saying? So,
and feel me, like, have you guys ever been to like? This is a dumbass question, but I know y'all niggas been to like a black barbecue and shit, and niggas will call you out and be like, "Hey, you trying to play some bones? You trying to play some dice?" And you know you ain't shit.
No, I've never had that.
smack the table.
Play
Never had that before too.
Wait,
Well, no, like a nigga will call you out, be like, "Hey, yo, let's play some bones, let's play some cards, let's do some shit."
Nope.
You feel
I'll play
obligated.
dominoes.
nah, the closest I've had to that is you and Gus trying to play me in poker and losing horrifically. Like,
That never happened. Not cap.
yo, okay, so here's where his
Not cap. However, what my point was is when you go to a barbecue event with your people, it's a programmed thing that, yeah, I'm supposed to be able to play bones and play poker and shoot dice.
Mm-hmm. Expectation.
Everything's it goes back to that degree thing though. Everything's a program, but to a degree. I mean, like, you know what I mean? Like, really think about it. Like, everything is just, that's how they probably even came up with a computer. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, because everything is programmable to some degree.
correct.
All right, so it's getting late. I want to figure out. So here's a question: is right here. As you know yourself as you are right now, what do you think is your programming? What did you think is a thing that kind of influenced you? So we'll start off with Hooligan.
Biggest thing that influenced them or most prevalent?
Yeah,
I mean, the thing that you can like this influenced me, and this is why I act the way I act right now.
Okay.
So start with Hooligan.
Wait, just hold on. Influence or program? Because that's different. It's very different.
Same thing.
They're the same thing, yeah.
It's
Social
no, they're not.
the influence, it's all the same thing.
All right, Hooligano, what you got? Did this thing?
I think it froze. I mean, I can answer the question.
All right, we'll start with
while
you
we're
until they
waiting for them
log
to
back
come
in.
Okay, so you let me get specific. Are you talking about this stage of life or ever?
There's a program that kind of runs in the back of your head, like this image that you have there in the back of your head, that when you look at your life is kind of how you act about it today. Now it's you, but it's just things that you learn from it. It's like when dudes learn from rap and hip hop, you like
I'll tell you.
learns like, yo, I learned how to get tattoos on my arms and be like gangster. And then that's how they carry themselves because that's what they programmed to learn.
It's easy for me. It's literally the Bible.
Okay.
The thing that has had most influence in me, not only just in being raised, but then also going through all of the shit in my life and then running into like red pill content, relating that to like my relationships with women, relating that to my work experience and the way I'm living my life, everything comes back to the Bible. That's for me personally. Am I saying that you guys should follow the Bible? Fuck no. And even me, it's like I get into arguments with religious people because I'm not religious. Here's the thing. The difference between what I do in religion is because you think that you have to come to some kind of fucking mandate that has nothing to do with the Bible. Literally, religion lies to people and it uses their lies to profit from you. So I'm not religious. I claim no religion, but the Bible, the Torah, the Quran, even fucking Taoism, Buddhism, the countless different quote unquote religions all say the same fucking thing, and that's what I'm interested in is the truth. So I would still say the Christian Bible because that's how I was initially raised. I went away from it for years and years and years, and I literally went on a crusade to disprove that a God exists. I became atheist. I became Buddhist. I became a lot of different things in the pursuit of truth. Came back because even science came to the conclusion that there's intelligent design. So I had to relook at it and just be like, okay, what the fuck is this about? All right. And then shout out to any person who wants some red pill content in relation to females. The Bible is the most red pill book on the goddamn planet. Not only does it separate you from the bullshit of what they're trying to program you, but it also teaches you how to deal with women too.
Right.
And the pitfalls. So the answer for me is the Bible is what is mostly impacted me.
So at the core and the foundation of Turtles programming starts with the Bible. Yeah. All right. What about you, Hooligan?
I would honestly have to say as my grandfather, who has passed away, first generation Mexican, he literally died working. That's what he did. But he did his own thing. He just worked. That's what he did. So, like, the strength that it takes you to die at fucking 89 working, that inspired me. So, that's on me.
So, Julio Gano's grandfather is at the center of his programming. All right, what about you, Atlas?
I'll probably just say, just to be completely honest, I'll say righteousness, because since the beginning, since I was a kid, it's something I've chased but never was aware of it. My mother, she was, my favorite character in Dragon Ball Z is Goku, because I always seen him as being super strong, but at the same time, he was, righteous. And like, he reminded me of like my favorite people in life, like, one of my best friends, Isaac, the people I know that I always view were strong, but at the same time, they were good people. But growing up, I seen a lot of strong people that were bad people, and it made me want to be a strong person, but keep it righteous. So when I came into certain knowledges, it made me realize what my program always was, And just one thing, the Quran says that Allah created human beings in this universe inside of righteousness and truth. Once I heard that, I could never go back.
Big facts.
And mine is simple is La Costra Nostra, which is this thing of ours, which is pretty much the mob. It just goes.
The mob?
Yes, I watched a lot of mob movies growing up.
Okay. Like that created your core, so to speak, with a influence.
Kind of influence like carry yourself proper, care for people, and mind your motherfucking business. And also,
Yeah,
Oh, you have a gun behind your back.
oh yeah, it's just like be
You know, the
proper,
Bible says the same shit.
be respectful, handle your business, take care of your friends and family. Somebody does you a favor, you owe them. You do somebody a favor, usually, they don't owe you, but if they want to pay it back, they could.
You know, we're on the same page, right? Really, all of us.
everyone's saying the same thing.
Every single person is on my page.
Yeah, principles, man.
It's
Yeah, like this is all shit that the like you know, what? I'm not gonna convert nobody because I'm not religious either. But no, I think it's interesting that we all have a connecting thread.
Yeah,
we all have a connecting thread as Black men who have had very different experiences, but then met each other in the middle. I think that that's some beautiful shit.
that is, man.
it is, man.
And one of the most beautiful things on the planet is
I'm about to bust.
Yeah, like it's beautiful when I bust.
Wait, hold on a minute.
It's beautiful, like when she has slut eyes.
so. Anyway, yo, Uligano Atlas giving you ads.
Hey, hooligan the builder, OJ the glove, Cypher 360, man. Keep it spinning.
You know what I'm saying? Cypher 360, Atlas Nova, keep it knowledge born all the way, Let's do this. Atlas Nova, Cypher 360.
Shout
Shout out. So it's your man over at the 5280Q, passing off to my partner in crime, the Arc Reactor himself.
Yo, this is Kenneth the Raw representing Homeboy Etiquette here on YouTube, Twitch, and TikTok. Also representing KMT Games and KMT Productions here on YouTube, Twitch, and TikTok. And if you guys haven't already, go ahead and like the video. If you haven't already, make sure that you smash that like button, smash that follow button, and that subscribe button. And if you have not already, make sure that the bell notification icon is turned on if you're on YouTube specifically, so that you'll be notified anytime that we're uploading new content. With all that being said, we appreciate everybody who came through to the stream. We will see you guys in the next video.
Peace.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, man.